What if it was finally time to produce your own electricity to be more self-sufficient and, above all, to reduce your bills? The solar market is evolving faster and faster, and Zendure has already been offering products with unbeatable value for money for several years. With the release of their SolarFlow range, especially their SolarFlow 800, 1600 and 2400, which we've already tested on this YouTube channel, Zendure has offered a range of plug-and-play products that are extremely easy to install without the help of a professional. The SolarFlow 800 is like their iPhone SE, a product designed for those who want to take their first step into solar energy production. The SolarFlow 1600 and 2400 are like their classic iPhones, products designed for the general public. And for those who want a more professional setup, Zendure is releasing its iPhone Pro today, the SolarFlow 4000 Mix. It's still SolarFlow, but instead of sending 800, 1600 or 2400 watts of electricity to the devices in your home, now you can send 4000 watts, which allows you to power more devices, be more self-sufficient, and save even more energy. The SolarFlow 4000 Mix does not replace other SolarFlow models. It complements a range that allows anyone to produce a little, a lot, or even almost all of their electricity. I suggest we install this battery in my house and see how it works, how to install it, and most importantly, if it meets your needs. Let's start with a quick introduction to batteries. The SolarFlow 4000 Mix is a plug-and-play battery, which means you just need to plug it into an outlet to send up to 4000 watts of electricity to your household devices or capture up to 4000 watts of surplus production from the solar panels. The SolarFlow 4000 Mix comes in an AC version for those who already have solar panels at home and want to add storage to their existing setup, and in a Pro version for those who need to connect up to 8 kilowatts of solar panels directly to the battery. I'll present the 4000 Mix Pro version in detail a bit later in the video because it's more complicated to install, but for now let's focus on the 4000 Mix AC+. SolarFlow 4000 Mix units feature 8 kilowatt hours of internal storage, and by the end of the year, Zendure should release 7 kilowatt hour extension batteries that will bring total storage up to 50 kilowatt hours. For comparison, on the SolarFlow 2400, the maximum storage you could have was 16.8 kilowatt hours. That already largely meets the needs of the general public, but it's still not enough for those who want to cover almost all of their electricity needs. To give you an idea, right now on my house, I have 9 kilowatts of solar panels, which is pretty good. It allows me to cover most of my needs. Except that recently I have an electric car, so I could easily go up to 12 or 15 kilowatts of panels, and that wouldn't be too much. Currently, with my 9 kilowatts of panels, I have 13 kilowatt hours of storage with my BIM battery. And as I showed you in one of my latest videos, I sent hundreds of euros worth of electricity back to the grid for free because I didn't have enough storage. So for me, since I already have solar panels, I already have batteries, I already have a system that works, but I actually want an extra battery. Well, I'm not going to get the new Zendure SolarFlow 4000 Pro. I'm just going to get the AC+. It will totally meet my needs. My BIM system is my main system. It's the one that manages the production from my solar panels and stores the energy in the BIM battery. But once it's full, the Zendure SolarFlow detects that I'm sending surplus back to the grid, thanks to a smart meter I've installed in my electrical panel. The SolarFlow will then decide to activate the battery charging to capture this surplus. Then, when I use electricity, my BIM battery will be depleted first because it's directly connected to my electrical panel. Then, when the smart meter detects that my BIM battery is empty and that I'm buying energy from the grid, it will automatically activate the SolarFlow so it powers my house instead. Of course, if you have several Zendure systems, it's managed even better because you have your different systems coexisting in the app and they're synchronized together. In the event of a power outage, the system stops sending electricity to the grid for safety reasons, but you can still connect directly to the battery using a 3680 watt outlet on the side. So we have a system that's both plug and play, but can also work off-grid using the outlet on the side and can also connect directly to the electrical panel for more powerful installations. So I've talked quite a bit about the SolarFlow 4000 mix AC, but there's also an entry-level version, the SolarFlow 3000 mix AC Plus. As its name suggests, it's exactly the same as what I've just shown you, except it can only send 3000 watts of energy to the grid, and it doesn't have a port to connect additional extension batteries. So, for example, for someone like me who only needs one extra battery to complete my setup and doesn't need a lot of power since I already have my main installation, which is powerful. Well, for me, the 3000 mix AC is perfect. The 4000 mix AC is made for people who already have solar panels on their roof, but have no storage system at all and need to install at least one or several batteries to be able to store the surplus from their production. And for people who don't have anything at all and need to do a full installation from scratch, buy panels, connect them to the battery, basically do the whole installation. That's where the Pro range, the SolarFlow 4000 Mix Pro, becomes interesting. To start with, earlier I told you that the 4000 Mix AC wasn't made for people who want to produce electricity. Actually, there is still a socket on the side of this battery that can accommodate a 5 kWh inverter, which you have to buy separately, and which allows you to connect up to 5 kWh of solar panels to it if you want to produce electricity. This socket is also found on the Pro version, but on the Pro version you have MC4 inputs that can accommodate up to 8 kWh of solar panels. So it's the Pro version that lets you generate much more energy. So on this Pro version, actually, you have 8 kWh plus 5 kWh via an external inverter. So you have 13 kWh of input for solar panels. It's really enough to make a pretty powerful installation that can cover almost all your energy needs. On the Zendure website, Zendure, I couldn't find details about volts, amps, or if the solar panels should be connected in series or parallel for this Pro version. There's very little public information. And even stranger, I can buy the regular AC Plus versions, but for the Pro version, the site tells me to contact a reseller. I can't buy it myself and install it myself. And I understand them because it's a system that can actually handle 13 kilowatts of solar panels, can have up to 50 kilowatt hours of storage, and can send 4,000 watts of electricity into your house. It's plug and play. It's still super easy to install, but with so much power, it's really important that a professional comes to check that everything is properly connected, so that it doesn't cause any problems or danger, especially for your house and the people inside, right? Even though the SolarFlow 4000 mix still includes ZenGuard with the aerosol fire suppression system in case of overheating, that's not the only problem that could happen to you, and that's what we're going to look at right now. Over time, solar installations are becoming more and more powerful and easier to install. But as they say, with great power comes great responsibility. So we've seen that the 4000 Mix Pro versions are really meant to be installed by professionals. But be careful. The AC Plus versions that you'll install yourself, don't try to send 4000 watts into a power outlet just like that. It's actually dangerous. If you plug the system into a line with other devices, set the output to a maximum of 800 watts on the Zendure app. And if you plug the system into a dedicated outlet with no other devices on the line, still don't exceed 1600 watts, which is 8 amps. Now, you might say, well, I don't get it. A standard outlet says it's made to handle 16 amps. You're right, it does say 16 amps, but that's 16 amps occasionally, not 16 amps every day, for several hours, all year round. It's not made for that. That's why when charging an electric car, people advise installing a reinforced outlet made for electric cars. You'll see that it still says 16 amps on these outlets, but these are outlets that can handle 16 amps more frequently. They are designed to reach this limit regularly every day, all year round for several years. If you plug the battery into a heavy-duty outlet and on a dedicated circuit with 2 or 2.5 mA2 wiring and a 16 amp circuit breaker, then you can go up to 3000 watts. Beyond that, you'll still need to call a professional to unlock it in the app. You're limited to 3000 watts. And if you really want to go beyond 3000 watts, connect the battery directly to your home's electrical panel. But if you do that, you should actually call a professional. That means you need more than 3000 watts. You need a more professional installation. Hire a professional to ensure everything is correctly installed and up to code. For insurance and for the safety of the people in your home, it will be better. Subtitles. The 3000 mix AC version is sold for 1,999 euros. The 4000 mix AC is sold for 2,399 euros. And the 4000 mix Pro version is sold for 2,899 euros. For comparison, the SolarFlow 2400 AC pack with 2 extension batteries for 8 kilowatt hours of storage is on sale for 2,517 euros. So it's 2,517 euros for the previous version. And for the new version, it's between 2,000 and 2,400, depending on the version you choose. So we're several hundred euros cheaper for the same amount of storage, but with more power. It's pretty crazy to see that Zendure keeps releasing new products that always have an even better value for money than the previous one. The value for money is so good that Zendure says that a battery should basically pay for itself in energy savings in about 3 years. And the calculation seems pretty reasonable. And what's interesting is that the batteries are guaranteed for 10 years and have an announced lifespan of 15 years. That's 10,000 cycles at 70%, so that's incredible. You get a return on investment in 3 years or a little more, and after that you have decades of lifespan where it's all profit. It's really incredible at that price. On top of that, the battery is IP65 rated and can withstand temperatures from -20 to +55 degrees, so it should hold up very well over time without too many problems. So you can put the battery inside or outside. If you put it outside though, try to protect it from the sun and rain to preserve its lifespan. And if you put it inside, be aware that it's very quiet. It only goes up to 25 decibels, but there's still a slight buzzing sound in the background. So maybe not in a room where you hear it every day. In a laundry room, a pantry or a closet, it works very well. Well, its lifespan will definitely be much longer indoors than outdoors, but still it's IP65 rated, so it can withstand high temperatures. There's a very good chance that it will last over time without any problem. And right now, Zendure has a promotional offer for the first 1,000 customers. It's the Pioneer offer. Basically, the first 1,000 people who buy at least 2 Zendure SolarFlow 4000 mix, whether AC or Pro, will receive a Zendure Power Hub. It's a hub that makes the installation even more secure and above all unlocks new power levels. You can go up to 4,000 watts. Well, that's really if you want a much more professional setup. I've put all the information in the video description. I've included a link to buy these products at the best price and will update with any extra promotions. So feel free to really check out the description if you're interested in these products, and don't hesitate to ask your questions in the video comments. I'll answer them. I'll really be there to answer your technical questions. There will also be other people, other viewers on YouTube who will probably reply to you. The goal is for the comment section to be a place for discussion. Tell me what you think about these products too. I'm curious to hear your opinion. And, well, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss the next battery tests, the upcoming reports on eco-friendly houses, where we'll see, well, in practical terms, how people build homes that are self-sufficient in power and water with very beautiful materials, very good insulation and so on. If you're interested, it's coming soon on the YouTube channel. Thanks for watching. This was Julian Malara. Bye. Ciao.